Hi everyone, welcome to Startup Recon Startup in 60 Seconds. Today we have the CEO and founder of Serendipia. This is Jean-Loïck Michaux. Would you please like to introduce yourself?
Yes, sure. So, hello everybody, nice to meet you. I'm Jean-Loïck Michaux, founder and CEO of Serendipia, Serendipia.live, and we are building a social network of community co-living spaces to help people to grow and feel a sense of belonging by living with people they would love to live with.
What is the target client for your platform?
Well, I think especially now with the remote work and the COVID that happened, people are feel lonely. Like mental health has been quite decreasing, and it has been an issue. So no more than ever, people need this sense of community, and so our target client really are people who want to grow. They want maybe to meet people that they can learn with, they can build something with, they can or just build new friendships and get out of their loneliness and feel part of a community, which is also the faster way to be happy. So so the platform is a marketplace where on one side we have the people looking for communities, and on the other side we have the communities who can get listed, and we help them to create their cultures and their values, and they can find their users and manage it better.
How saturated is this market, and what is the USP of Serendipia? How does it differentiate from the other companies?
Well, first of all, I think there aren't that many players at the moment in the co-living space for management and software. There are a lot like in hotels and stuff like that, but especially like designed for co-living, there aren't that many. And I think nobody really got it right yet. And we tend to believe that like we're onto something while we work with a lot of like behavioral psychologists, even like economist and evolutionary historian who see how community living will evolve and how people will create tribes into the future. And we are embedding that into our platform through our lifestyle Canva to help communities to be better defined, create their support system for their communities, and we want to help people to unleash their gift for the world. And so we believe we're building in many ways the future of education through those communities, where people are going to go into those communities all around the world and learn what they need to learn to become who they want to become. I think growing together, one of our tagline is find your tribe, be your best self. And why settle? Because why settle? Because with Serendipia, you can find your tribe and become your best self.
So when was Serendipia founded?
So I did the first Serendipia event in 2014, but it was not a company, it was just a hobby because I was a student in San Francisco. And back then I had an apartment in the financial district, and with my roommate, we found my old mattress in the cave of the apartment building we were living in. And I wanted to sell them as a student who was short on money. Instead of like selling them on Craigslist, we're like, why don't we actually like try to invite other entrepreneurs, other people who also want to be entrepreneurs and come to live with us and create a startup flat. And so I put an announcement on Facebook, and I had a lot of like requests directly. So basically in 2014, my apartment, I already had like 2 to 3 people who were coming to live with us in our apartment, which was paying for us to live in SF. And then we met amazing people and built friends for life. So thanks to that, for the last 6 years, I lived in San Francisco while getting paid for it. I never paid to live in the most expensive city in the world. But then as a company, it was in 2016, I opened a small LLC, and in 2019 only I got full-time on that to scale it. So only for 1 year and a half, I've been full-time on this now. And before it was a side project to meet people and save money.
Right, and you mentioned that you opened this with your flatmate. Is he the co-founder of Serendipia, or do you have another co-founder or founding team that you'd like to mention?
Well, actually, we were roommates and we did that together. But then he didn't stick around in the co-living business. It was just a way for us to have fun, actually, and he never meant to start a startup. So we did a lot of things together. But no, that roommate, was MR, and like he's now a financial advisor, which is something different. But he's more in like wealth management and impact management. And no, I would say I stick around with that because my intuition was leading me to like stay with innovating on this new lifestyle that's emerging, that is co-living, because I saw so much depth in it. I think back at the time, I didn't know exactly how. I knew the why, because we need lifestyle innovation to face the challenge society is currently facing, but I was not sure of how. And now with the platform we're building and with the last like 18 months, with Techstars and with the COVID and everything that happened, like I see more and more actually where we're heading and probably why I have been doing that for so long, probably.
How much money has Serendipia raised so far? How many funding rounds have you guys had?
Well, so I mean, to launch the first proper house as a company in 2016, we started this only with $40,000, and that house like then I mean now that business like made almost $1 million in revenue, and in 2019 I raised money from like friends in Draper University who gave me $30,000 to put a second house, which helped us to accelerate the growth of the revenue. But so that's the brick and mortar co-living operation aspect. And then for the technology, so we pivoted in August 2019. I was like, okay, I'm gonna open a C Corp, a Delaware C Corp, to be able to create a platform and scale this as a tech startup. And then we 2 months later we got into Techstars, so that went quite fast actually. And we raised $120,000 in pre-seed from Techstars. And then in September last year, we got $25,000 in angel investment from one of our friends who was seeing our growth with the platform prototypes and all the communities want to work with us. And then now we just got into a Belgian incubator who is putting 100,000 euro, but no, they gave us 25,000 euro. So we reached to the platform prototype, and then once that's delivered, they're gonna give us the rest of the 75. So for the platform itself, it's about 165 plus 75 that should come, and then for the original business, it was only 70 in total. So that's two. That's well, that's 245, and then that around almost $300,000 raised in total now.
Wow. And you said that you're now joining an accelerator. So is that kind of like your next funding round? Are you going to have an investor round soon as well?
So like now the idea is that we are building the platform and our objective is, I mean, we already have almost $20,000. We have about $15,000 in revenue per month, but we're in the pipeline to like increase until $20,000 a month in revenue for the company. So once we have the platform that's launched in the next like months or two for the beta, and then once that's launched, and we have 10 communities on that can generate some revenue for us. And then we have about a waiting list of about 100 pre-signups for the communities. And as we have that, we will be ready to start a seed round. So I think the idea is that to come out of this incubator, like to raise a seed round sometime this year.
And does Serendipia have any KPIs that you guys track against to track your progress?
Yes, I mean we track our revenue. We track the occupancy rate of the houses. We track the amount of new users, I mean new members in the houses, the amount of people that left versus the amount of new people coming in, the amount of beds that we have under management or like under the platforms, how many communities do we have, what's the customer lifetime value, and how many potential users or like potential members of communities we can have on our platform.
So my last question is, are you looking to hire anyone soon within Serendipia?
Yeah, I mean, at the moment actually at the moment we have our engineering team, we have our designing team. We have I think we have everything we need at the moment. As we're gonna be raising, maybe the existing team is gonna jump and be like full-time employees, because a lot of them are whether consultants or part-time freelancers, because it's most cost efficient as a startup. We are not hiring at the moment. We have everybody we need to get to the next level.
Well, thank you very much, Jean-Loïck. And if you would like to find out more about what Serendipia does, then the links will be down in the description. Thank you. Bye.
Hey, thank you so much.